All right, so you want to sing better instantly. Let's go over this.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
I believe one of the best ways to start singing better right now is to step out of your own way. What do I mean by that? I personally believe, after speaking to hundreds, if not thousands, of beginner singers, that the number one thing that holds most people back is the fear of actually stepping into the identity of being a singer. So I've spoken to many different beginner singers, and for many of them, their biggest fear is to be judged by others, and for other people to hear them and cringe at their singing. They reason with themselves, if I'm going to be a singer, then I need to be able to post stuff on YouTube and show it to other people. Or I need to be able to hit this specific note. Or I need to be able to sing this specific song. Or I need this person to tell me that I'm good enough. It's these ideas that we build up in our heads that can be the main thing that holds us back from really actually developing as singers. We start to put on the identity of I sing or I'm a singer, then it can be a totally transformative experience. Without a doubt, the only way for you to improve in singing right now is to give yourself license to make mistakes, to sound terrible. Because if you're not willing to take the steps along the journey to be able to develop your voice into something that you enjoy, that other people enjoy, then you're never going to actually reach your goals. Now, it might seem ironic because you kind of have to define yourself and be okay with sounding terrible, but it is the type of thing where when you give into that, you notice you'll start to sing better. Try this with me. This is always a fun experiment that I do with my private students. I want you to specifically let your voice break and sound terrible. Try this. Some people are deathly afraid of making that sort of sound. The moment you say, it's okay, I'm going to make that sound, then what actually happens is you start to find some extra relaxation that you might not have when you try to go, hitting the note. When we don't think about hitting the note, rather we think about just making sound, it can be a very different experience. This entire idea centers around anxiety. Because anxiety is the thing that tightens up our throat for the high notes. Anxiety is the thing that makes us feel all tied up in our stomach when we're about to sing. Anxiety is the thing that makes our mouth dry out when we're about to sing. All of those things are so counterproductive to singing, to the process of what's necessary to sing. And anxiety is one of the most amazing things in that it's one of the few things in the world that the more you run away from it, the bigger your anxiety gets. The more you run towards it, the smaller it gets. So giving in, accepting that you're feeling anxious, and then reframing it in a different way as excitement can be a very powerful way to break out of all of those things that are holding you back from singing better right now. If you're able to just make that mindset shift, you'll be able to sing so much easier. So if you genuinely want to sing better immediately, lean into the fear. Lean into the fact that you're going to make mistakes. Lean into the idea that your voice is going to crack. And what you'll notice is, more often than not, you'll actually find it won't. When I tell students, and I've had this happen many, many times, when I tell students, can you go on purpose crack on that note? They'll sing it. So honey now. They'll be like, oh, I couldn't crack. And be like, no, I want you to sing it like this. So honey now. I want you to crack. Then they'll try it again and they'll go, so honey now. I'm like, that you didn't crack there. They're like, well, I tried to, but when I tried to, my voice wouldn't crack. And you guys would be surprised. If you try right now, take a line where your voice would normally crack and specifically try to crack. You may be able to do it, but a lot of people will find that their voice won't crack. Because when we give ourselves license to let go of the fear and anxiety and to just let it happen, it often dissipates. It is a large mindset shift, but if you're able to make this mindset shift, you're going to notice some great drastic improvements in your voice. If you guys like this video, then please click right over here. You're going to like this one too.